The rumors are swirling, the tension is suffocating, and for Warriors fans, it feels like standing on the edge of a cliff, unsure whether to leap into the unknown or cling to what's familiar. This is not just another offseason for Golden State, the beginning of what could be a seismic shift. The promise of this story, by the end, you'll feel both the heartbreak and the hope that define not just this franchise, but your own connection to the game. Because what's happening now in the Bay is more than business. It's about loyalty, identity, and transformation. Let's start where the pain cuts deepest. Moses Moody, the young talent many had quietly hoped would become the next foundational piece, underwent thumb surgery on his right UCL. A detail that, for many, went unnoticed, but one that explains everything. His late-season struggles weren't just bad luck. They were the physical manifestation of a body breaking down under the relentless demands of the NBA. And while the official line is optimistic, expected to fully recover by training camp there, an unspoken fear among the fan base. Will he ever be the same? Will the sharpshooter who averaged 9.8 points per game on 43% shooting, snagging nearly 3 rebounds and dishing just over 1 assist in 22 minutes of action, return? Or will the surgery take more than it gives? The Warriors have committed to him, at least financially. Moody is locked into a 3-year contract extension worth $12 million, $13 million, and then $13 million over the coming seasons. But money in the NBA is more than a salary, it's a statement of belief. Or is it? For every fan who clings to the idea that the franchise sees Moody as part of the future, there are others who wonder if that contract is an asset designed to make him more tradable, and that doubt, that gnawing uncertainty has exploded into full-blown speculation. Could Moses Moody be part of the next big Warriors trade package? And just as the uncertainty around Moody mounts, the team's stalwart, the defensive heart of this dynasty, is making history.
Alvin Green.
For the 5th time, he was named to the AONBA Defensive First Team, making it his 9th all-defensive selection overall. 13 years in the league, and here he is, still clawing, still diving, still imposing his will on every possession. Steph Curry, his brother-in-arms, publicly praised him, calling this achievement legendary. And who could disagree? Nearly a decade since Draymond last made the first team, and now he's back, cementing his status as one of the game's greatest defenders. But that's not all. In a move that shocked even his staunchest supporters, Draymond took home the 2024 to 2025 NBA Hustle Award, a recognition that doesn't show up in the traditional box score but is deeply respected within the league. It's for the grinders, the ones who deflect passes, draw charges, box out bigger opponents, who fight for every inch. Draymond is now the first player in NBA history to finish top 40 in all 9 hustle stat categories tracked by the league. Think about that. Every single hustle metric, he's there. On a permanent basis, he ranked 2nd in contested three-pointers, 6th in charges drawn, 10th in defensive box-outs, and placed in the top 20 across multiple other hustle stats. The numbers scream what words can fully convey. Draymond Green is still a defensive force of nature. He averaged 1.5 steals and 1 block per game over more than 40 appearances this season. An incredible testament to his consistency, even in his mid-30s. And yet, the debates rage on. His offensive limitations, his behavioral issues, his technical fouls, the suspensions. The headlines that have at times overshadowed his on-court contributions. Is Draymond worth the $25 million salary he commands? For those who look at raw offensive production, maybe not. But for those who understand what it means to anchor a defense, to be the soul of a locker room, to set a tone with your very presence, the answer is a resounding yes. And here is where the story takes another turn. Because as Moody works his way back from surgery, and Draymond continues to add accolades to an already historic career, the front office faces impossible questions. The Warriors are at a crossroads. With aging stars, bloated salaries, and a fan base that demands contention, not rebuilding, the pressure to make a blockbuster move is intensifying. That pressure breeds rumors, and those rumors are growing louder by the day. Sources close to the organization whisper about potential trade packages. Could Moody, with his freshly inked contract and young upside, be shipped as part of a deal to bring in a star who can help maximize the final championship window of Steph and Draymond? Would the Warriors really trade away one of their most promising young players, just as he is entering his prime? Or is the injury a sign that they must move on before his trade value diminishes? But that's not the only surprise lingering in the shadows. There are executives who quietly question whether Draymond himself could become part of a trade conversation. Sounds unthinkable, impossible. But the NBA is a business first, a brotherhood second. Draymond is 35. He's still elite defensively. But his offensive game has plateaued, and the league is younger, faster, more athletic every year. Could the Warriors dare sever ties with the man who helped deliver for championships? Could they do the unthinkable? The fan base is divided, and the debate spills across social media, podcasts, and sports talk shows with visceral intensity. Some scream to blow it up, to trade Moody, package draft picks, and even consider moving Draymond to bring in a younger core that can carry Golden State into the next decade. Others insist on loyalty, on honoring what these men have built together, guessed on giving Moody time to recover and prove himself, and allowing Draymond to finish his career in the only uniform he's ever known. And while all this plays out, Steph Curry watches from the sidelines. He's publicly supporting his teammates, but privately, perhaps wondering how many more runs he has left in him. His body has already endured so much. The clock is ticking louder with each passing offseason. These trade rumors are not just about roster moves. They are about legacy, about how the story of the Golden State Warriors will be written in the final chapters of this dynasty. So what happens now? For Moses Moody, the immediate future is rehabilitation. His recovery will be closely monitored, and by the time training camp rolls around, his performance or lack thereof will either quiet the trade rumors or send them into overdrive. For Draymond, the future looks like more of the same. Relentless defense, leadership, and of course, controversy. But how long will that be enough? The Warriors Digest summed it up perfectly in their latest broadcast, congratulating Draymond on his historic awards and wishing Moody a speedy recovery. But they also made a pointed call to action. Subscribe for ongoing Warriors updates. Because if there's one thing every Warriors fan, every NBA fan, every human connected to this story knows deep in their bones, it's that change is coming. Whether that change comes in the form of a blockbuster trade, a shocking release, or the painful erosion of a once invincible core, remains to be seen. This is not just about Moses Moody's thumb or Draymond Green's accolades. It's about how we all confront change, whether we resist it or embrace it. Whether we fear it or see it as an opportunity to evolve. For Warriors fans, that reckoning is now. So as you sit there watching the offseason unfold, scrolling through the latest rumors, analyzing every cryptic tweet and press conference slip, remember, this is more than a team. It's a mirror, reflection of the human struggle between loyalty and ambition, between past glory and future potential. The Golden State Warriors stand at the precipice of a new era, and so do you. The question is, when the trade call finally comes through, will you be ready? And here's the key takeaway from the channel. Delve into financial education to enhance your quality of life. Within the financial market, explore bonds and shares, particularly focusing on real estate investment trusts, which offer the potential for passive income. Engage with this responsibly and consider reputable investment brokerages worldwide.